Hey everybody, this is going to be a part 2 for the what do you call this? Controller rumble force feedback tutorial for the multiplayer zombie survival template. So let's say we have a bunch of weapons here, right? In the zombie template, and you want each one to have a different type of vibration or rumble. So let's do that real quick so we can make different guns have bigger or smaller vibrations. So we'll go to HGT, weapons, weapon info, struck, and let's just make a new one, add variable. Add a new variable here, scroll down to the bottom, we'll call it rumble type, and then we just force feedback effect. Maybe we should call it that. We'll just call it force feedback effect. There we go. So now that this is added, you save that, and you can go back to your weapon data table here and say, like, for the starting rifle, down at the bottom, you just change it to what you need. So you have like heavy rumble or weapon shoot feedback. Also in the weapon info struct, if you just want to make them all have like a default value, I thought you could save that somehow. Maybe not. Oh well. Thought there was a way you can change that. Oh well. Maybe not. So we have the data table, we have the feedback set there. And then the last thing you got to do is you got to open up the third person character blueprint, which is this one. And let's see, it's over here on the left side, it's a function called, let's see, set up starting weapon? No, that's not it. Let's just type in weapon so it'll pull up. It's called set active weapon variables right here. So let's double click on it. It looks like this, and you can see here we have this force feedback effect. Let's just promote it to a variable and call it force. Well, it's already called force feedback. So now we just drag this down to the bottom of all this other stuff and connect it up. Connect it up like this, and then we go back into the event graph, where we need to find where we actually shot our gun down here, primary fire and shoot. And on the part 1 of the video is where we added this part. Now you can just plug in the force feedback effect variable that we just created, plug it in there, compile and save, and now your guns will always have the force feedback that you set inside of the data table. So like this starting rifle will have this one down here, and then if we want to change like the rocket launcher to have something like heavy rumble feedback, we can press that, and your guns will have unique specific force feedbacks. So I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.